We're here for day 2 of the Windy City Match Race Regatta in windy Chicago, Illinois. We had a postponement here in the morning, but we're looking forward to more competition today. Both boats dialed up, head to wind. Got a light southeasterly sea breeze here, probably 7 knots. Just about perfect in the flat water for match race sailing in the far 40s. 3 minutes to go. Bowman on Flash Gordon, Matt Cassidy, using the jib to control the bow of the boat. That's really important. JD on the bow of Convexity, doing the same, controlling the bow of the boat. That will determine what tack the boats are on and therefore who has right of way. Both boats going backwards now. 2 minutes to go. Looks like Convexity choosing to accelerate on starboard tack, filling the sails, starting to go forward, driving up and around Flash Gordon.
60 clear. Flag up.
Second match of the semifinals, Gravitas has easily passed through ahead of Heartbreaker. The lateness of Heartbreaker's entry is what allowed Gravitas to get through. Both boats full speed now, approaching the line, 30 seconds. Time and distance now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heartbreaker just making the pin end, but has a nice bow out position. Gravitas unlikely to live there for very long, and so they tack away. Heartbreaker team led by Bob Hughes in the helm. World Match Race champion Ian Williams in calling tactics. Wally Cross trimming the main. And former Rolex Yachtsman of the Year winner Eric Doyle trimming jibs. So they've got a strong team on Heartbreaker. Convexity jibing and dropping, Flash coming in with what looks like a little more pace. What we saw in the other pair, the key will be to stay on starboard tack as long as you can, just to get out in the pressure. Flash won't be able to live there and will likely have to tack away soon. Richard West, Gravitas coming around the bottom mark. They'll be looking for opportunities to gain something back on Heartbreaker. They're tactically led by Canadian Olympic medalist Phil Abbott, accomplished match racer in the Soling class when that was using match race sailing as determinant of the medal winners. Don Wilson's Convexity has a comfortable lead coming into the final run against Flash Gordon. Don's been out practicing match race sailing in two 28s that he has in Belmont Harbor. Had attended the Ficker Cup in Long Beach, California, sailed in Catalina 37s. And next month is going to be going on to the next World Tour event in Bermuda, the Bermuda Gold Cup. He's being led tactically by former world champion on Ian Williams' team, Bill Hardesty, who's also now a world champion in the Etchells class. Flash Gordon had gained some back going on the left side and a little more pressure. So they're closed the gap here, probably halved it. So Convexity is going to have to jibe the cover. They've just got about 100 meters left to the finish line. And there's a yellow flag, Convexity with the win. Just 15 seconds ahead of Flash Gordon. Flash had done a great job of keeping that match close. And Heartbreaker 2 takes their first win. So they've now gone one up in the best of 5 series in the semifinal round. Second match of Flight 2 in the semis. Heartbreaker trying to do what Gravitas did in their last pre-start, which was sail past them. First match of the flight, Flash Gordon has taken the lead on Convexity, coming down to their first bottom mark rounding. They're going to have to do a fairly tight turn at the bottom here, so this is a lot on the crew work. Convexity's coming in with a fair amount of pace without having to do this bottom mark jibe. Helmsman Evan Jan executing a nice in wide and out tight turn. That looks awesome. They really shouldn't have lost much at all on that. Excellent teamwork. Convexity, meantime, dropping their kite, doing conventional windward drop. And they'll look for an opportunity to close the gap and get their second win in this series. Gravitas executing an excellent jibe. Definitely putting the pressure on Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker's not going to go lightly here. They could luff at any time. Gravitas is a windward boat. They're faster. They're gaining. They're rolling over the top of Heartbreaker. That's the passing move in match racing downwind. You can see the spinnaker collapsing on Heartbreaker. Gravitas has now taken the lead. Flash Gordon, final jibe into the finish. They've been able to extend their lead nicely on Convexity. And coming across the line, there's the yellow flag. They've now tied up the series 1-1 with Convexity in the semifinal round. But it's Gravitas coming around the top mark first. Nice kite set. Getting that kite up is really critical. Done a much better kite set than Heartbreaker, who had to tack set. Gravitas looks like they have just enough gauge and clear air. Heartbreaker's going to go for it. We've seen how powerful this position is in previous matches and in this match in the first downwind leg. It's all on Gravitas to defend this lead on their final leg to the finish, to tie up the series if they can get there. Heartbreaker has one other shot at him now, coming at Gravitas on starboard. Do they have enough? Have they gained enough? Do they have enough pressure? Can they close that gap? Heartbreaker now with a substantial lead over Gravitas. They've now taken the semifinals to a 2-win margin and taking the lead. The next match will be a must-win situation for Gravitas. Gravitas on the port ley line to their top mark rounding in this 4th and critical match. Looks to us like they've extended nicely versus the last cross with Heartbreaker. We'll see if Bill Abbott and his team have made a good call on the ley line here. There's a little bit of pressure and the team's hiked out. This may be just enough to get them up around that mark. Heartbreaker finishing their 4th match, winning 3-1 against Gravitas, who had a very nice lead early on, was not able to hold on to it. So for tomorrow in the finals, we'll have Heartbreaker versus Convexity, and for the Pettit finals, Gravitas and Flash Gordon.